Hello everyone, my name is Cade and welcome back to more Chaos Head Noah. Last time we began the chapter 7 of Nanami route, so today we might be getting the our next ending of Nanami's, but I don't know how long these endings are. I'm probably just gonna make the rest of today's episode just Nanami's route. I don't know if that means it's going to be a very short episode or if it's going to be a very long episode. Or maybe it won't even be a complete episode of her ending. I don't know. I don't know how long this chapter is. All I know is that apparently there's no other chapters after this chapter. It's just Nanami's ending, and then... yeah. So, yeah. Let's see. Anyways, we also just found her naked outside, so... but she's okay now, it seems, and she has both her hands, so... I still think this is some sort of delusion that is trying to take... like, hold in reality. But we'll find out more later.
Can I sleep over tonight?
Why?
I'm just so confused. I don't know why, but I just don't want to leave.
Well, your usual volume was at an all-time low, so I didn't see any issue with her staying the night. We should let Mom and Dad know. I approached a cardboard box that I'd left in the corner. I then took out the blood-smeared cell phone. After carefully wiping down the phone with a wet wipe, I handed it to Nanami.
It's my cell phone.
Did you send this to me, Nanami? Nanami told her head. It had been stupid of me to ask. After you call Mom and Dad, you should really take a shower. That way you can warm up. I think that's the best idea. My shower was outside. It was a prefab shower of sorts, and it was situated right next to my container. I'd been forced to set up the drainage and whatnot myself, but it was more than usable. It was typically what I use, after all, and since I didn't have a bathtub, I just used a nearby public bath whenever I was in the mood for something longer.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take one. Hey, can you come with...
Excuse you? Huh? And my sister got totally bonkers. When she saw how taken aback I was, Nami gave a strange laugh.
Wait, I didn't mean like that. I didn't want you to go in with me. It's just, if I went outside by myself, it'd be kind of scary.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Randomly waking up outside completely naked with no idea how you got there or what happened to you, it must be pretty freaky. Okay, that makes more sense, yes. I was about to say, like, come with you into a shower? What the fuck? No, if you're considering what just happened, yeah, you probably want a bodyguard to at least watch over, to at least, like, guard out the entrance or whatever.
So if you could stay close to the shower I'm in there, close to the, so you hear me if I say something, that'd be nice. You're probably gonna say no, huh?
She pleaded at me with puppy dog eyes, but all it did was make me groan internally. This is bad. This is starting to turn ever so slightly moe. Fine. Since Nanami was feeling so weak, just for today, I do the brotherly thing. Do the right thing. Do not turn this into the wrong thing. What was that? In my sleep, I faintly heard a noise. What exactly was it? And where had I heard it before? Oh, I know. It was a cell phone vibrating. Was someone trying to call me? Wait, someone was calling my phone? Was something that unusual actually happening? Or was it the usual you may pass prank call I've been getting lately? If so... then there was no way I was answering it. I'd passed out for over an hour last time because of how eerie it had been. So I simply ignored the call and tried to fall back asleep. But now that I was aware of the noise, it was even harder than ever to drive it out of my mind. Whoever the caller was, they were persistent. Their calls kept coming one after the other. I opened my eyes, only to realize I was lying on the floor. Nanami ought to have been asleep on the couch, and yet she wasn't there. Where'd she gone? The bathroom? Or had she canceled her plans to stay overnight and just head out back home? The cell phone continued vibrating all throughout my weak, groggy attempt at getting up. It had gone on for over 3 minutes now. My answer machine should have kicked in, but I guess I'd forgotten to set it up. Tired of the caller's sheer persistence, I grabbed the cell phone off my PC desk. The incoming call. Restricted? Was from a restricted number. Okay, then I had no idea who it was. I didn't really want to answer it, but... Hello? Who is it?
Pete, bro.
It was Nanami. I breathed a sigh of relief. Where else was she even calling from? It had only been a few hours. What happened to her being exhausted and not wanting to leave? Nanami, where are you?
Give me back my right hand.
What?
Please give it back.
What? It disconnected. Nothing she said made any sense to me. Shut the fuck up! What the hell kind of prank was this? F off it, Nanami. God, I felt stupid for even worrying. Since she seemed to be doing okay, just fine now, I guess I didn't need to look for her after all. Oh no. Don't do that. I was exhausted beyond relief, so I definitely didn't have the energy to deal with pranks. Lying back down, I tossed my phone away and closed my eyes. Oh no. This is gonna be interesting.
Good morning. Come on, son, get up. Wake you with the and bakey. If you get up, I'll give you more and get you want to sing. How long you'll sleep for, you dum-dum?
Waiting to sound Zerton's voice, I noticed Nanami was still absent. Has she headed home without telling me? Or has she gone to school instead? What was the date today, even? Did my attendance chart say this was a school day? My mind was caught in a haze. Man, I was still half asleep. What time was it right now? Without getting up from the floor, I continued being hazily lost in thought when... Oh, you're fine!
Oh, hey, look who finally decided to wake up.
After opening the door, Nanami's face peered inside. Didn't she head back home?
No, I told you I was staying here.
I wonder if the phone call we heard was a way of reality trying to reassert itself before the delusion was taking taking a foothold. Because again, I still think that this is all like I think what's going on is it's a delusion that's managed to overtake reality. The delusion of Nanami being okay is so strong that it's turning into reality while reality is turning into the delusion. Because it was wavering when we heard the call from Nanami saying about her right hand, but now it's no longer wavering here. I think it's starting to swap the two is what I'm assuming. Reality is becoming delusion and delusion's becoming reality. That's what I think is going on. In other words, last night really was a prank. Don't do that again.
Prank? What do you mean?
Nanami tilted her head, playing all innocent. Is she really gonna drag this out by pretending she hadn't done anything? Don't think you can trick me so easily. I'm not that stupid. All things considered, after taking the night to decompress and giving it a look with fresh eyes, I couldn't notice how dangerous Nanami's outfit was. Underneath that sweater was, of course, okay. Every time Nanami moved her arms, the hand would ever so slightly... Hey!
That's where you think you're looking, big bro.
Nowhere. Nanami stretched the hem down, concealing her upper inner thigh. Don't stretch it like that! That sweatshirt is super goddamn expensive.
You care more about your stupid sweatshirt than me? You're such a jerk. And if I do have underwear on.
Oh, you do? That's too... Wait, what? I don't mean, chill out, me. Don't get all... No. But wait, how the hell did she even get underwear? Well, at least she was back to her usual Nanami antics. That was something, I guess. She'd been feeble as all hell yesterday, but maybe she'd gone over after a good night's sleep. There was a remarkably pleasant smell in the air. It smelled like someone was cooking bacon.
Hey, bro, you wanna eat breakfast with me?
You made breakfast?
That's not done yet.
My base's kitchen, well, its sink, was placed right next to the shower with no real care. For the record, I didn't get any gas up here. My solution to that was just to use a portable stove I got cheap from an online auction. I never cooked my own meals, so it was likely stashed away in a corner or something. I guess Nanami must have gone through the trouble of digging out for hiding. What the fuck? What's on the menu?
Sandwiches complete with bacon and eggs. Can't exactly make anything all that fancy in this kitchen, so that's the best I can do. And that your practically non-existent sense of taste, but it's better to have something plain anyway.
A typical breakfast is just a combo of cola and a bean bun or something. There are only times since I've actually had anything decent. I don't usually like breakfast food, honestly. I don't know. I usually just eat, like, lunch food or something for breakfast. I don't know, There's only two types of breakfast food that I really like. One is my dad's sausage gravy he makes. Really good. And the other is pancakes. I like pancakes. But everything else, I don't even really care much for bacon, honestly. Like, I get why people like it, it's just not my style of food. I feel like the taste of bacon is way too strong for me. Like, if you put bacon in something, it feels like it's going to taste only like bacon to me. That's the problem I have with it. It's not the worst taste, it's fine. I think it takes away too much from so much else, personally. But I get why people like it. It is a fine taste. It's just not a taste for me. Something similar with eggs as well, but eggs are not as strong with eggs. I mean, eggs are fine, I just don't like how they taste alone. Eggs alone just don't taste right to me. Besides, I couldn't help but revel in the bliss that my sister had cooked it herself, just for me. In my mind, this definitely made up for yesterday's prank. Right. I'd like that ready right away.
Wow, arrogant much? How about please and thank you?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm giving you a place to stay is more than enough thanks.
Thanks, that's right. Well, okay, guess I'll see you right now then. Thanks a bunch, big bro.
I assumed she was going to bow her head to me, but she didn't end up doing that. Instead, Nanami headed straight back outside with a smile on her face.
You know what? See outside. You have a bowling table. You had a bowling table at one point, didn't you? Bring it out here.
Damn it, the nerve of her putting a guy that had just woken up to work. If I did this, but the food sucked, she was gonna have hell to pay. I'm still scared how this is gonna end. I set up a small folding table and some chairs, the kind you'd use for camping and whatnot, then waited about 5 minutes. When Nanami finally finished making the food, she carried it over to the table and sat down. At the very least, it looked pretty appealing. Nanami had been our mom's helper in the kitchen for as long as I can remember. Suffice it to say, her cooking skills were pretty passable. Well, she was definitely lucky, because she sucked at cooking. She wouldn't be able to pull the sheepish smile and the oopsie daisy teehee only 2D girls had that right. Amelia goes soft. Stop it. Nami flashed a smile. She sat down next to me. Why are you sitting next to me? She was really close, shoulders almost touching. There was no way I could eat when she was this close. It would be too embarrassing, so I put a bit of space between us. I'm very scared what's about to happen. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The reason I'm scared is because I remember those questions that we answered in order to put us on the path to this ending. And it's giving me a very ill feeling about what's about to happen. Let's just say that.
What? Chairs are right here. Aren't you the one who put it here?
No, well, yeah, I did, but... Chairs just for camping. It's not even 30 centimeters tall, and it's light enough that even a girl could carry it with one hand. It's not like that. It's not like it's a big deal to move it a little. Quit your bitching.
Well, whatever. Come on, big bro. Yeah. Let's dig in.
Nanami clapped her hands together, then hurriedly readied her chopsticks. Her appetite seemed to be a lot stronger than before. Just in general, really, she seemed to be doing way better now. The fact that she'd been so weak at all yesterday almost didn't seem real. Though oddly enough, the more I actually thought about it, the more it felt like it didn't just seem not real, but that it actually hadn't been real. She'd been lying, and naturally there was only a single reason for her to be lying.
That would be my favoriteest big bro. That's big bro. That's why I lied. Can you forgive me?
Something along those lines? Lol, what kind of a rogue did I think I was in? Waffle Mao. Of course I'd answer like so, but I refuse.
Big bro? What's with that smirk? Are you having one of those weird delusions again?
She hit the nail on the head, and my head instantly shot toward the table. Picking up the sandwich, I stuffed my mouth full. The ham sandwich had the perfect amount of mustard mayonnaise sauce. It was incredibly basic, just lunch meat, sauce, and bread, but considering I didn't stockpile any form of seasoning around here, it was pretty damn good.
Is it good? I took the time early this morning to stop by 24-hour supermarket and I bought a whole bunch of stuff.
Huh? You went shopping? In that? What kind of exhibitionist are you?
I'm so not an exhibitionist. Obviously I could never go out like this. I just borrowed your pants, that's all. I threw them on and then went to the store. I also bought myself some underwear.
Oh, so she bought herself some underwear. Meaning that until then she wasn't wearing any... That was a wonderfully scandalous.
To tell you the truth, I wanted to change out of the sweatshirt too. The anime picture on the front is pretty embarrassing when you've seen it. But since you were the one who gave it to me to wear, I wasn't sure if it would be right to change out of it like that.
Mainstream women not understanding Serotonin's appeal was exactly what made them so awful. That said, if I had to walk to Shibuya or even Akiba like that, I probably wouldn't have the guts. How'd you pay?
Look, for me, the pants I borrowed had won them, so it all worked out.
You stole my money! Gawked. She really just said that while her small-ass mouth munched up the bacon. It all worked out like hell it all worked out. What was mine? Did you spend my money?
Well, I lost my purse yesterday, so what else was I supposed to do?
It doesn't mean you can spend my money as you please. I voiced my complaints to Nanami, but she just wasn't listening. Dejected, I squished the half-cooked yolk in my bacon and eggs.
This sucks. I lost my purse, my school bag is who knows where. And on top of that, I lost my bangle. That part hurts the most.
Yeah, I think I'm the one in pain here. Just because I've got loads of money sitting around from RMT doesn't mean I'm a fan of getting stolen from. With how cheap that thing was, who cares if you lost it? Get your brain checked. Besides, I'd given it to her free of charge, so it wasn't like she suffered any damages. So why the hell was she so fixated on that stupid thing? Nanami squirmed in her seat.
Here, it's the first present you ever given me, big bro. I can't tell you how happy it made me.
You're not fooling anyone. Saying cute shit like isn't gonna make me forget about how you took my money without asking.
I'm definitely gonna find it. I refuse to let it stay lost forever.
For some reason, she tightly clenched her fists as she said that. As I inadvertently watched her do so, my eyes drifted toward the cuff of her right hand and landed on a white bandage. A bandage that gave me an awful feeling. Nanami? That bandage.
Huh? Oh, this?
When I pointed out, Nanami took the time to roll up her sleeve and show it off. There was definitely a bandage on her right wrist, even though yesterday, back when she had been cowering next to my base completely naked, there had been no such thing.
Give me back my right hand. Please give it back.
Oh, I see. This was a continuation of yesterday's prank, wasn't it? Pretty damn elaborate plan. What the hell was she trying to accomplish, though? To take it off. Playing pranks is a dick move.
Huh? This is a prank. Ever since I woke up this morning, my right hand's been throbbing a little. I don't really know why I was hurting, but I decided to go ahead and get a bandage for it while I was at the store, so yeah.
What exactly do you expect a bandage to do for that kind of pain?
I didn't just use a bandage, I used a wet compress too, like you're supposed to.
Then you just use the compress? I don't get why you'd even bother with the bandage.
Sure, but look, haven't you heard the saying healthy mind, healthy body?
What are you even trying to say? I'm pretty sure you reversed those. Whatever, just take it off. Despite the fact that I was acting rude on the outside and also gulping down my sandwich, on the inside my heart was pounding out of my chest. I was probably just overthinking things, but if the phone call from Nanami yesterday hadn't been a prank, then Nanami being sick really just had been an act. In reality, something really bad was going on with her. Something she was trying to hide from me.
Jeez, I can't believe how little you care about what our people say, big bro.
Despite looking reluctant, Nanami undid the bandage. I was confused by her surprising obedience. I guess I really had been overthinking things. I swear to God, if she takes off this bandage and her hand just falls off, I'm going to be very sad. Looking away from her arm for a second, I brought some bacon and eggs to my mouth.
Okay, it's off.
I swear to God, don't. Game? Game? I feel like I need a breather. Underneath the bandage, it was as normal as could be. Not a scratch on her, not even any internal bleeding. She even bothered to take the wet compress off, even though I hadn't asked her to. I grabbed Nanami's hand, and brought my face in for a closer inspection.
Wait, bro?
Not even a scratch. Nothing at all.
I never see there's anything there. It's just a throbbing a bit. I already told you.
Oh, I guess you did. I knew I'd just been overthinking things. I guess that email from yesterday from Shogun had still been on my mind, leading me to freak out at anything even remotely suspicious. Wait, what the fuck? That stench. Your arm, the wet cloth, they stink. I can't help but grimace as I let go of Nanami's arm.
What the heck? Of course it stinks. Can't believe you ever see it in a girl. You're such a jerk.
Shut up, just hurry up and eat or even leave. You got school. I had no interest in wasting any more valuable time with Nanami's annoying nitpicking bullshit.
Right, school's a thing. Wait, I don't have a uniform. How am I supposed to go?
You have a point.
Guess I'll take the day off and head home. I have a spare blouse and skirt, but as for blazer, you'll need to go and buy a new one, huh?
As Nanami continued muttering to herself about what her plans were, I gave her one last sidelong glance, wolfed down the rest of my breakfast, and went back into my container house. Whoa! Uh-oh. Early morning, wait. An unusual corpse was discovered on the road of in Shoto, Shibuya Ward. The corpse was identified as 31-year-old Shiya Yasuyuki, a resident of Narima Ward. His cause of death is believed to be asphyxiation due to a foreign object being lodged in his throat. The victim's mouth was packed with large quantities of cloth that had been finely cut by scissors, and a considerable amount of the same cloth was found in his stomach. According to the police, the cloth is believed to be a girl's winter uniform from the high school Suime Private Academy, located in Shibuya Ward. This is a different murder. Why did the new gen murder happen? I thought number 6 was supposed to be like what? It was either it was either the brain one or finger food. I think it was finger food. But this is not that. Suime Academy is approximately a 3-minute walk from the scene, and authorities are currently investigating the private school for any possible connections to the incident. Oh, don't tell me they're gonna paint Nanami as the killer. Dominatrix. Another new case. And since it couldn't have just been a normal murder, a girl's winter uniform from Suime had been cut up with scissors and jammed to the victim's throat, choking him. Yep, stop showing me that. Oh god, was that uniform Nanami's? It had to be. It couldn't just be a coincidence. The time was too perfect. It really was Shogun. Whatever that guy's goal was, it must have involved kidnapping Nanami and tearing off her uniform. That asshole was 100% trying to provoke me. I was next. I was gonna be the next person to die.
Big bro, what's wrong?
Nanami called out from behind me, nearly making me tumble out of my chair. Hello.
Oh wow, your face. You don't look so good.
Nanami. I reached a hand out to Nanami. He's gonna kill me.
Someone's gonna kill you? Quit joking around, it's not funny.
I'm being serious. There's no doubt that guy's aiming for me next to Nanami. I'm so sorry. It's only fault he kidnapped you. What, dude? I'm scared. I'm so scared. Pathetic as it was to do this from my sister, my heart couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to cling to someone who could protect me. I heard a thing from Marimi lately. Ayase was hospitalized. There wasn't anyone else to protect me. But right as I thought that, Nanami gently took hold of my outstretched hand.
Jeez, you really are a mess, big bro. You can't do a single thing by yourself. I swear, it's all because you've been playing way too many games. Today, I'd say you're better off staying on the couch, not the computer.
Don't leave me alone.
Okay, I get it. I'm not gonna leave you alone.
Really?
Really, you're really nice to me yesterday, so I gotta show my thanks somehow.
Nanami. At the end of the day, family really was who you should keep closest. Whenever you actually need something, everyone else would disappear on you. They were all useless where it actually mattered. The only thing that could well and truly support me in my time of need was family. Nanami lending me a hand was such a relief. I could barely keep myself from bursting into tears. I clung to Nanami's hand.
Can't believe how spoiled you are, big bro. Really, how am I not the older sibling here? More like little bro.
Shut up.
I know. There.
Swear to God, Nanami. Jokingly pat my head. It might have only been a bit of messing around with Nanami, but to me right now, the feeling was immensely comforting. Nanami, I have a favor to ask.
What is it?
Normally, Nanami and I only ever got into arguments, so it's pretty embarrassing to ask her for a favor. But I couldn't bring myself to care about that right now. Tonight, can
I just stopped there. How am I supposed to know what you want if you don't say it?
Tonight, can you stay over here again? Please. I feel a little more at ease as she did. I couldn't stand the thought of staying in this room all alone, completely terrified of Shogun. But Nanami would probably be against it. She'd likely call me a pervert for it, especially since I had so much trouble saying it. I nervously turned to Nanami, expecting that reaction.
What, is that all? I can totally do that. Heck, I can stay as long as you want.
Really?
I mean, I'm worried about you now, big bro, so I can't just leave you alone. What'd you expect?
Thank you. I'm saved. Thank God. Family really is the best. No, my blood-related little sister, she's the best. Oh, Nanami, I'm so glad we're related. And really, if she got rid of that bratty side of her, she would 100% be the ideal little sister. Takumi. It's, I have to say, it is so weird saying Takumi as the... I mentioned this in the 100-line playthrough, but it's really weird that I have Takumi be the protagonist of both this game and the 100-line. What are the odds of that happening, of Takumi being the protagonist's main name? For both games that I'm playing through. It's very strange. I feel like I'm talking to the Takumi back at the Defense Academy. But no, I'm talking to the Takumi that's a weak, sniveling dummy. Nanami wasn't coming back. Earlier around noon, Nanami had gone to get clothes from home, as well as something to eat while she was out. With a carefree wave of her hand, she'd given me a be back soon and then left. 8 hours had passed since then. I hadn't gone online or even watched Bloodtoon. I simply sat on the couch, doing nothing but waiting for Nanami to come back. Ever since she left, I've been clutching my phone tightly, checking it every passing minute for any emails or calls from Nanami. I thought I'd try calling from my end. Though I'd try calling from my end, all I'd ever get was a message saying that the signal had gone through or that her phone was off. Why wasn't she coming back? Had our parents said something to her? If so, what would it have been? It doesn't matter if you two are siblings. Boys and girls your age shouldn't be staying in the same tiny rooms overnight or something. Sounds about no. Maybe they're just giving her hell over losing her uniform. When I thought about it for a second, I realized that Nanami would have been wandering the streets of Shibuya totally nude before arriving at my base. To put it bluntly, this was actually pretty serious. It wouldn't surprise me if it turned into an outright criminal case. Because of that, I wouldn't put it past our parents to freak out and call the police in a panic. But what if none of that was it? What if it was actually so much worse? What if this time, while Nanami was heading home, Shogun or maybe his underling Yua had kidnapped her? If that wasn't bad enough, what if they'd already killed her? The possibility of having another email from Shogun made me too scared to check my inbox at all. Nanami,
Nanami,
don't leave me all
僕を
alone.
一人にしないで。
Please hurry and come back. Until I finally calm back down, I want you to forget all about school and stay by my side the whole time. Rimi promised me that, but she disappeared on me. If you disappeared, Nanami, I... Clutched in my hand, my cell phone began to vibrate. The second I noticed it, I immediately pressed the answer button and the call connected. Hello?
もしもし
Nanami?
ナナミ。おい、
Hey, Nanami, where are
ナナ
you?
ミ。今どこにいる？
Big bro. Save me.
A shudder ran through me. Oh god, had Shogun really abducted her?
Why? Why did you abandon me, Why, big bro?
将軍か。
Was it Shogun?
あ、
What did that guy do to you?
何かされたの？
It hurts. My right hand. It hurts.
It's again. Slowly lowering my phone, I mumbled that almost unconsciously. Deja vu. It was just like the call from yesterday. Back then she'd said, give me back my right hand. I thought it was just a prank. But was I mistaken? I didn't know. I cowered in place holding my head. Nanami, just where are you? Please come back already. Oh god. Staggering, I aimlessly made my way outside. The sky was already dark as could be. The moon was nowhere to be seen. The distant outline of Shibuya was covered in a faint light. Going outside was a start, but I still wasn't anywhere close to having the strength to find Nanami. Should I give her another call? It was certainly possible that she was still pranking me for the second day in a row. Maybe I really was overthinking this.
What are you doing, big bro?
Oh, thank goodness. Startled, I looked toward the voice and saw Nanami standing there looking puzzled. She must have changed clothes, given her outfit was different than when she'd left. She also had a shopping bag in her hand. Where have you been?
今までどこに？
Sorry, I'm totally late. I went shopping with Mom for a new uniform and time just flew by.
That's the best answer I could have hoped for. Though even then, one thing still bothered me. And the phone call
さっきの電
earlier?
話は。
Phone call? Oh, yeah, sorry. I really should have done that. Or at least emailed you saying I'd be running late.
No, that's
そう
not
じ
what
ゃ
I
な
meant.
くて
I
電
mean,
話してきただろ。
I'm saying you did
僕の
call
携帯
me.
に。
Nope, wasn't me. You really gotta put your head out of the clouds, big bro.
And Nanami's answer seemed pretty relaxed. The conversation was just beyond off. Talk about dissonance. Again, I still think that Takami's falling further and further into the delusion. It's becoming his reality. But the true reality is trying to pull him back with these calls about Nanami. But he's starting to become too far gone, I think. He's starting to fall so deep into delusion that it's becoming his true reality. Away from what it should be reality.
Forget that. Wanna guess what we're having for dinner tonight? Hey, what's this? Salisbury steak, handmade by yours truly. Yep, you know, 2 from now on if you want, big bro.
ちょ
Wait a sec,
待てよ
didn't you
待
call
て
me?
よ
Say
電話したよ
something
な
about giving back
右
your
手を
right
返せ
hand?
とか言ったよな。
Sheesh, you're being really stubborn right now. Like I said, I didn't call you. You must be mistaking me for someone else.
Putting on a very clearly sullen face, Nanami stormed into the container in a pout. Was I being deceived? It didn't really seem like it. Not to mention Nanami really wasn't the type to pull such shit-tier pranks. Or at least, that was how I remembered her being. So, what was that phone call then? Another one of Shogun's traps? Right then I felt chill on the nape of my neck. Just like I was being watched. Whose eyes are those eyes? After we finished dinner... Nanami, we need to talk.
話が。
Huh? What about?
Looking up from the manga she was reading, she gave an apathetic reply. She'd been flipping through various volumes from the piles of manga stacked up in the corner of my room. It's serious, so actually listen.
What's the matter? Wherever you gals get so serious all of a sudden.
Perplexed, she closed the manga, straightened her back, then faced me.
Ready when you are.
Do you remember anything about the day before yesterday? The day before yesterday, Nanami had been cowering outside my container house completely naked. Her clothes, school bag, and bangle were all missing. As for her phone, it had been sent to me in a cardboard box covered in blood. Nothing about this was normal. Nanami had said herself that not even she knew what happened. She must be suffering mild amnesia. Was she still dealing with it, though? Maybe she recovered since then. After all, she was acting like she was totally back to her usual self. When I asked her if she remembered anything now, Nanami immediately frowned, then lightly shook her head from side to side.
Still same.
Seriously? Nothing at all.
Seriously, nothing at all. Yeah, I've been trying as hard as I can to just not think about it. I haven't even told Mom. Thinks it was pretty tough dodging the questions of where sides of my uniform were.
Maybe I should take her to the hospital after all. What field study would amnesia fall under? Psychiatry? I mean, I would assume it's something mental. If it is psych, then we should probably see Dr. Takashina. At least that was my thought process, until I remembered Dr. Takashina had been murdered as part of a new gen. A sharp pain shot deep into my chest. Nanami. My life is in danger.
Huh?
Nanami's eyes went wide. Of course, pretty much anyone would react like that if I suddenly said something so batshit. Problem was, the batshit stuff was the truth, so I decided to tell her everything. I told her about Shogun, how I'd witnessed the third new gen case, the crucifixion, and how after that countless strange, terrifying things had been following me without end. I told her about the threatening emails and other messages Shogun had sent me right before she landed naked on my doorstep. And lastly, I told her about the 2 prank calls I received from a fake version of her. At first, Nanami forced a smile and said, "Big bro, don't you think you're being kind of delusional?" But eventually, she realized that I wasn't joking around and her expression stiffened. Listen, no more going out alone for a while. We can be attacked at any moment.
Big bro, you're scaring me.
I'm scared too. That's why we need to stick together. If the 2 of us stick together, we can keep each other safe. Not that I had any clue how a shitty older brother like me could keep her safe, nor how I'd support her feelings and whatnot. All I knew was that I couldn't bear it if she left me alone. I would have preferred help from someone who could have offered physical protection, but, well, my first choice would have been the police, but I was hesitant to talk to them. Those detectives I've spoken in front of the Kurenai conference hall hadn't shown themselves since then. What happened to all that talk of defending me? Besides, they still might have suspected me of being the culprit behind the crucifixion. Trusting the police was out of the question. Until I could think of a better countermeasure, the only choice I had was to stay locked in my bays. Sinking into the couch, Nanami wrapped her arms around herself, then trembled. How do you think I feel? The room's clean. Sitting on the couch myself, I stared idly at the Ceraton poster hanging above my hip PC. The room was completely clean now. I noticed this before, but it was actually also clean during Ending B. I noticed it briefly, like, it was just for a small moment of time. It was actually clean. After telling Nanami everything, she'd gone silent for a moment out of fear, before breaking the silence with a, "You know what, let's clean up in here." I guess I'd taken 2 to 3 hours for things to get this clean. Guess she figured that keeping herself moving would mean she wouldn't have to think about everything else. She was lying in bed now. When was the last time that bed had actually been used for its intended purpose? I actually had used it for a couple months back when I first started living here. Or at least I felt like I had. It was always such a hassle cleaning this place up. Every time I did, it was total hell, and I just couldn't wait for it to be over. As things were now, though, I was glad it was actually clean for once. Last night, Nanami had slept on the couch and I on the floor. So I couldn't be happier to be sleeping on the couch tonight, because god damn, that had not been comfortable. That said, I was a night owl by nature, so unlike Nanami, I wouldn't be drifting off so early. Well, yesterday had already ended, so I guess right now it was technically early. I usually hit the sack once the sky started to brighten. So yeah, I was pretty much just lying there on the couch, staring off into space. Had Nanami fallen asleep yet? Judging by her breathing, probably not. And as if somehow she heard my thoughts, Nanami began to squirm around. She tossed and turned for a moment before eventually showing her face.
Hey, big bro.
Were you asleep?
寝てなかっ
Mm-hmm. Nanami looked like she had something on her mind. After a moment, she timidly spoke up.
Hey, can I sleep with you?
What?
Not like that. It's not like I really want to sleep with you. Look, you being a real cruddy big bro, so I'm just too freaked out to sleep by myself right now. So while I don't like this one bit, I'll just have to make an exception. Just for today.
Her voice slowly got weaker and weaker as she spoke. Try as she might to keep up the front, at the end of the day, Nanami was just too scared to sleep. So, that was how I ended up in this situation.
Do anything dirty to me, I'll kick your butt.
Like I'd ever... Don't be dumb.
I mean, you never know. Maybe I'll turn on or something.
I'm telling you, I'm not gonna do anything. As if I could ever get turned on by little sister.
ムラムラなんかできるか
Well, that kind of stings. You can at least go.
What the fuck?
誰が
As
する
if.
か
And if you're just gonna bitch the whole time, go sleep somewhere else.
Sorry. I'll shut up then.
Nanami went silent, pursing her lips in a pout. I am very fully prepared to mute to... This is fine right now. This is just kind of... This is honestly just kind of cute. Just seeing the smile. But I've got it on speed dial if I have to blacken the screen. This is way more embarrassing than I anticipated. My heart was beating oddly fast. Sure, she was my sister, but never once had I ever been this close to 3D girl, not to mention we were literally sleeping in the same bed. I always said I wasn't ever gonna get No.
So I've been getting this weird feeling. Hey, big bro. You don't think I'm annoying, do you?
Huh?
Yeah, you probably do.
I mean, she was right, I did. She was a brat. She was always yapping on and on about dumb shit, and she was always finding some way to interfere in my life. Though I suppose it was morphing to say that I'd used to think of her that way. For the past couple days or so, I've been spending more and more time with her. And during that time, even when she was feeling so incredibly weak, she'd still put on a smile and put up with a pathetic person like me. When I thought of it that way, it made me start to think that maybe my sister was genuinely a source of comfort to me. Maybe even a really big one.
持って
No, I don't.
ないよ
It's fine. It's not a big deal if you do. And FYI, don't get the wrong idea, but I just want to let you know, I don't hate you.
Where the hell did that come from?
Remember back when you were in the hospital?
What?
入院は
I've never been hospitalized. I've gone in for visits, but I've never stayed there.
That's not true. You were definitely in the hospital at one point.
Uh-oh.
してない
No, I wasn't. You're just wrong.
勘違い
Are you sure?
Uh-oh.
Oh, whatever. Forget about that. Anyway, back when you couldn't make it to school, it was causing a lot of problems. It got me thinking that I need to stay strong, dependable. So the reason why I'm always nagging about all sorts of stuff? Well, that's why. It's got nothing to do with me hating you, okay? Way back, before you ever went to the hospital, you always used to spoil me like crazy. Back then, I could always rely on you. I loved you more than anything, big bro.
Past tense, huh?
That's why I thought that this time I could be the dependable one. Instead of you being there for me, I'd be there for you, and I'd help you with whatever you were struggling with. Not that I can say for sure how much I've actually helped here.
ダメな
I'm sorry
兄貴で
for being such a horrible brother.
ごめん
Maybe it's because of where I was, but for whatever reason, it was easier to say things I wouldn't normally say.
It's okay, really. We're siblings after all. Besides, I remember all about how dependable you used to be. So it doesn't matter if you slip and fall a bit along the way. I'll never hate you, okay?
Nanami. So that was how Nanami felt. I was incredibly happy. At this point, I would never stop kicking myself for thinking that having a 3D sister would suck ass. Having a sister, having Nanami was a blessing.
でも
But just for
今日
today,
は
just for a little bit,
ちょっとだ
could
け
you spoil me instead?
甘えてもさっきは
I know earlier I
強が
acted
り
really
言っちゃった
tough,
け
but
ど
to be honest,
一人で
when I
横
was
になっ
lying
て
there
る
all
と
alone, my
ど
imagination
ん
was
ど
really
ん
starting to
怖
scare
い
me.
想像ばっかり
It
しちゃ
just
うん
kept
だ
getting worse.
だから
So could you just spoil
お
me
姉
for a
に
little
甘
bit?
えたかったの
I just want to feel okay again.
安心したかったの
Nestling her body up against mine, Nanami buried her face in my chest. She smelled
ず
nice.
っと
I've wanted you to do this
こ
for
うし
so
たか
long.
った
What are you
んだ
doing?
ずっとお兄に甘えたかったんだ
Hugged her tighter. As long as I had Nanami, nothing else mattered. I didn't need Seriton. I didn't need people bowing down to me in ESO. All I needed was Nanami, a girl of flesh and blood. A girl who always had me on her mind. Feeling her warmth on my skin put my mind entirely at ease. The next thing I knew, I was falling into a deep, gentle sleep. Uh-oh. When I woke up, I was lying on the couch.
あれ
Huh? That was weird. I thought I'd been asleep in bed with Nanami. I had woken up just enough to make my way over here, but not enough to realize it. I looked up at the bed, only to see a bulge in the sheets. Nanami must have still been asleep. I checked the time on my phone. Huh? I felt an odd sense of discomfort. Something wasn't right. I had no idea what, though. It was like my brain had no idea what was going on anymore. What date is it today? If I remember correctly, I was pretty sure it wasn't November yet. I mean, how the hell could I have gone to sleep and then woken up at 8 p.m.? What, did that mean I'd slept for almost 20 straight hours? Yeah, not a chance. It didn't matter how much I'd let my guard down since I was with Nanami. There was no way I would have gotten that much shut-eye. I had to wonder if my phone was just broken, and therefore the date and time were wrong. When I checked the day and time on my PC, when I checked, the day and time on my PC were the same as my phone, a little past 8 p.m. on November 4th.
そうだ
No way.
嘘
There's
だよ
just no way. Muttering that to myself, I connected to the internet, opening both my browser and emails. I scoured the latest news. But no matter where I looked, the date always indicated November 4th. I read through the countless news articles before one in particular caught my eye. Oh, what the? The article was dated October 28th, 1 week ago. The boy never showed, leaving onlookers gathered in Scramble Crossing very upset with nowhere to direct their anger. The event was viewed as a travesty by the public, leading to a large amount of protests occurring against Today TV and Fuji-san and TV. What? Could all this be connected to Shogun and the email he just sent summoning me? Shogun definitely sent me an email saying to come to Oathfront at 9 p.m. That couldn't just be some random coincidence. And what's more... What the hell? Something was off here. Yep, it's... That's what it should be. Number 6 and 7 should be Finger Food and Dokun Puzzle. This is what it should be, but this is becoming the delusion. For one, the 6th New Gen case should have been the Dominatrix. And there a 7th New Gen case? Dokun Puzzle? New Gen? What? When had all that happen? Staring at the New Gen bulletin, I froze completely.
Yep, mail you big dum-dum.
It took the sound of Seriton's voice to bring me back to myself. Apparently I had an ungodly amount of new emails, and my computer was finally ready to download them all. Why didn't you show up? Don't say I didn't warn you. I promised you. You really shouldn't ignore me. You're kind. You got some nerve. Don't be such a dumbass. You think I'm stupid? I'm gonna kill you. Yep. The plan, because of delusions, all of a sudden, everything that Suwa and Hazuki have been doing has become pointless. They were unable to get Takumi to just show up and get his D sword. So now they're on the warpath. They've gone insanely angry. 53 new emails, and they were all from Shogun? Every single title was openly, entirely confrontational. I never once seen Shogun swear like that before. Feelings of fear and confusion made a disgusting, nasty sweat beat across my entire body. Nervous as could be, I clicked open the most recent email. Not a single reply all week. I'm not the sort of moron you're making me out to be. If that's your plan, then I'll see to it that Nanami-chan gets tortured even more. If I overdo it a bit and she ends up dead, don't blame me for it. It'd be all your fault, not mine. You're the bad guy here. What was going on here? What was going on, damn it? Calm down. Take a deep breath. Now stop for a second and think. This is all just a delusion. Yeah, it was all just a dream. Just a dream, Takumi. I was gonna wake up, and then the laugh track would ensue. Then I realized I'd been sleeping with Nanami in my bed, and then I'd be back in reality. A knocking sound resounded from my door. It was coming from outside. Who was it? I held my breath, eyes glued to the door. Silence. No sign of life at all. But the moment I thought I'd just been hearing things. The knocking sound came again. I hadn't been hearing things. Oh god, was it Shogun? After all this time, had he finally come to kill me? And yet, when I heard the voice from beyond the door, it was beyond even my wildest expectations.
Big bro, open up, please.
Nami? Huh? How? My eyes snapped to the bed. Nanami should have been asleep there. There was a bulge right under the white sheet. Oh. Hey, Nanami, wake up.
Oi, Nanami.
I climbed partway up the ladder to the bed, then told Nanami to wake up. Yet the sheets didn't move an inch. Something wasn't right. Nanami! I finally threw them off, and beneath them were just a bunch of cardboard boxes. Nanami wasn't there. Huh? My mind went blank. And not only was Nanami not there, but the bed wasn't even clean. It should have been impossible to sleep in. There were boxes upon boxes stuffed full of manga and eroge. That was how it looked before Nanami had cleaned it up yesterday, but now it was right back to normal. Right back to being a spot I used for storage. Wait, hadn't Nanami cleaned up yesterday? I looked around the room. Not a damn thing about it was even close to clean. Why hadn't I noticed that sooner after waking up a few minutes ago? I was at total loss. My memories were all jumbled up.
Big bro.
I heard a voice again from outside. Nanami's voice. Who was that Nanami? Where was the Nanami I'd slept with? What happened to the naked, trembling Nanami? I didn't know. I didn't understand a damn thing. I stumbled my way to the door, then clung onto it. The inside was locked with a padlock. This entire container had been a locked room. It would have been impossible for Nanami to sneak out while I'd been asleep. I was on the brink of tears. This had to be an attack from Shogun. Still, I knew I had to open the door, because outside was Nanami's voice. It was incredibly weak, and it was calling for me. And so I undid the lock, and then I slowly opened the door.
Big bro.
Nanami was there, wearing her missing uniform. Her entire body covered in blood. Her right hand severed. Wielding a blade I'd never seen before, a D-sword. Her hollow eyes turned toward me. Stunned as could be, I couldn't say a word.
Why didn't you come? I waited a whole week for you. I called out for you over and over again. Big bro, save me. But you never came.
This is a delusion. This was a delusion. This was a delusion.
My right hand. It hurts. Give me back my right hand. Give me back my right hand. Ever since I woke up this morning, my right hand's been throbbing a little bit.
Which was real? Which was a delusion? What was I looking at? who I've been talking to until now. Where had that Nanami gone? Where had this Nanami come from?
Oni.
Big bro.
Suddenly I heard Nanami's voice come from behind me. In front of me was Nanami, covered in blood. Behind me was Nanami calling out to me. Fear gripping me, I nervously turned around, and behind me was Nanami, wearing the clothes I'd lent her. Her right hand still perfectly attached. There were 2 Nanamis. It's happening again. It's happening again.
Who is that?
The 2 Nanami spoke in unison. When Nanami saw Nanami, her expression grew puzzled. When Nanami also saw Nanami, her expression grew tearful. Caught between 2 Nanamis, This is delusion. I sank to the floor, clutching my head. If this was a delusion, I wanted to wake up already. I didn't want to see delusions that's horrifying. And no matter how much I wanted to wake up, I couldn't get back to reality.
Is she a fake?
The bloodstained Nanami shifted and swayed. She held onto her D-sword, a sword both pitiful and sinister, with a height comparable to even her own.
Why is this fake with you? Is it her fault you didn't come to save me? What? I'm not fake. You're the fake here with that weird sword thing.
Both voices belong to Nanami. Both faces belong to Nanami. Both call me Big Bro. Which Nanami was real? Which Nanami was fake? Were they both real? Were they both fake?
I'll show you, you fake. Get away from my Big Bro!
Oh no. The bloodstained Nanami branched her D-sword with one hand, then swung it with incredible ease. The end of it was aimed straight toward the non-bloodstained Nanami's neck. Not good! Making no attempt to avoid it, Nanami froze in place. It hit her on head-on. The brutal, unforgiving edge of the D-sword dug into her neck, and then it slipped right through. Huh? The non-bloodstained Nanami should have been decapitated, and yet there wasn't even a drop of blood. She wasn't even injured. She simply stood there, just as she had been the whole time. There wasn't any doubt that Nanami had swung the D-sword, and with that amount of force behind it, Nanami's head should have been blown clean off.
I knew it. You really are a fake. Huh? What? How did I...
Stop.
You're a fake and you know it. I'm not fake.
Shut up already.
Big Bro, get away. Get away from them. She's wrong, Big Bro. I'm right here. You know I'm right here.
Shut the hell up. Shut up but scream. This is so goddamn confusing. One of you is a delusion. My sister is a Nanami. Nanami is 2 different people. I alternated between the 2 Nanamis, comparing them. Both looked like Nanami to me. So I turned to the one wearing my sweatshirt. I wish from the bottom of my heart that this Nanami was real. That the Nanami I'd held tightly in my bed was real. So I followed my desire. I reached out my hand toward her face, also I could gently brush her cheek. But, just like the D-sword before me, my hand slipped right through her. Even though Nanami was right there, I couldn't touch her. I felt nothing there. As if she were just a holographic projection. I was overwhelmed by an uncontrollable sadness. Tears flooded from my eyes in large drops.
No. There's no way. I'm not fake. Come on, Big Bro. I'm not fake, right? Say I'm not fake.
Nanami tried to cling on to me, and I tried to hold her in return. And yet, just as I feared, the Nanami before me had no substance. Her hand slipped right through her body. My hand slipped right through her body. It's wrong. This is all wrong. I'm right here. Nanami's right hand firmly grasped my left. I could feel it. I could feel her frail strength grasping my hand. I could feel neither her body, nor her head, nor her neck. Only her right hand was touching me.
Get away from him!
The Nami without a right hand shouted out.
Get away from my big toe right now, you monster!
The very next second, all power drained from her body, and while still holding on to her D-sword, she fell to the ground with a thud. Sweat was pouring from Nanami's forehead. The color was draining from her face. Considering her right hand had been cut off, she was bleeding profusely. It was only a matter of time until she passed out. An awful thought passed through my mind. I knew it couldn't be true, but I couldn't stop myself from thinking about it. In my mind, it was the only answer to all this. An answer that was no less than a nightmare.
That's right.
I heard a voice. A voice that wasn't Nanami's.
It's exactly as you think, Taku.
Besides fallen Nanami, standing outside the door was... Rimi? Wielding a wing-like D-sword, Sakihara Rimi was standing right there. Our eyes met. She looked at me with deeply sad eyes.
The Nan-chan whose right hand you're holding right now is the one you're about to real boot.
Real boot?
You couldn't face reality, so you imagined her. The Nan-chan who's holding a D-sword is the real one. Don't lie to him! I'm the real Nanami! Taku, when you saw Nan-chan's severed hand, you went into a state of shock. In order to cope with it all, you created a delusion. A delusion in which you never saw the hand. A delusion in which Nan-chan was safe around and sound.
This is just depressing. I hadn't seen a hand. Shonen had only sent a bloodstained cell phone. Or had the hand been there? Maybe I've been trying not to see it. Maybe I've been refusing to. She was saying that Nanami being naked was something I made up? And that the real Nanami, the one who was standing in front of me covered in blood and missing her right hand, had been kidnapped by Shogun? You're lying.
It's the truth. Please, Taku, you need to stop this delusion immediately. What you're about to do is commit a terrible act of creating a human being. The power you're using right now exceeds the energy of even a nuclear weapon. Even if you weren't aware of it, that's exactly what put you into a near coma for the past week. Taku, if you don't stop, then there really will be two Nan-chans in this world. And the more power you put into that delusion, the more life it takes away from someone else. So please.
You're lying.
I'm sorry. It's my fault for not being able to protect you. I'm begging you, as painful as it may be, you need to face reality. Stop this delusion right now, Taku. Bro, don't erase me. If you don't stop this delusion, I will kill you. Bro!
I shook off Nanami's right hand. It was all too much. I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't have the slightest clue what to believe. Believing Rimi's explanation? I just couldn't. Believing Nanami, who was standing there in tears? I just couldn't. Believing Nanami, who's lying there grasping a D-sword? I just couldn't. Believing myself and what I felt? I just couldn't. What I wished for was something simple. A quiet, peaceful life with nothing to disturb it. A wonderful, blissful future with Nanami. With my sister. That was all I wished for. That was all I hoped. Was I not allowed that wish? Was I not allowed that hope? Then everyone should just disappear. This whole world should just be erased. In my own head, disturbed by no one, inside my delusion, I could live in a world neither real nor fake. A world with just the two of us. Just me and one Nanami. I peered into Nanami's eyes. They were glistening with tears. Nanami was looking at me. If I have Nanami, that's enough for me. I whispered that aloud in the very next second. It happened. The world jolted. This Nanami's been real booted.
Third melt.
I don't know. I wish it come true. The world was enveloped in white. All and everything was consumed by it. And as literally as could be, it was all erased. When I opened my eyes, I saw the familiar ceiling of my container house. I was lying on my back, right on top of my bed. Huh? Had I fallen asleep? It felt like I'd just been dreaming about something truly horrifying. Like I'd just been dreaming about something truly nauseating. But it'd just been a dream. It couldn't have been anything else. Whether this was reality or just a dream, it didn't matter to me. Whether this was reality or just a delusion, it didn't matter either. I felt a gentle weight on my chest. Moving my eyes toward it, I saw her. It was Nanami, sprawled out on my chest. Our eyes met. Nanami was watching me closely. Her eyes were wet. Her cheeks dyed the color of cherry blossoms.
Thank you for everything last night.
At first, I didn't understand what she meant.
You accepted my feelings for you, and I couldn't be happier.
What?
Couldn't be happier that Big Bro loves me.
Oh, okay. So this must have been one of the so-called character roots you saw in Eroge, and surprisingly enough, I took the situation in stride. Nanami seemed cuter than ever right now. I couldn't help but think about, okay. Okay. And if I said I refuse, well, that was diehard. I'm getting ready to bolt over to my other monitor and blacken the screen.
Trying to have a serious conversation here, you jerk.
I swear to God, I'm scared. I'm scared. How can I possibly make it up to her? That was when I noticed what was in my hand. Bringing it closer to my face, I realized what it was. A bangle. It wasn't the one I'd given her before, however. This one was way fancier, way cuter. It would look really good on her. Thinking that to myself, I got out of bed too. I'm scared. I'm not turning it. Okay. I can turn it on briefly for now. Here, Nanami. I got you a present.
Huh?
I slipped it on Nanami's right wrist as she stared blankly at me. It was a little like putting a wedding ring on her finger, and that made me feel pretty damn awkward.
Wow, what cute bangle. Is that really for me?
I nodded, and Nanami smiled from the bottom of her heart. She looked happier than I'd ever seen her before.
I'll treasure it, Big Bro.
Nanami, we'll be together forever, won't we?
Huh? Where'd that come from?
Because I want you to be with me. I want you to be with you forever, Nanami.
Oh, what? Do you realize what you just said? Like, that was really bold. Do you have a fear or something? Oh, I see. You're just messing with me, aren't you?
I'm being serious.
What? You mean a sibling?
Hey. No. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That, no, 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 no. Yes. Since you got your stay by your side. At one condition. Condition? Swear to God.
It's what...
I'm scared. I'm scared. Her face turned bright red. She didn't stare directly into my eyes.
I want you to kiss me.
Those were her words. Do anything, Nanami asked. My mind was already made up. She and I would live together. Just the two of us. I'm gonna turn it back on and I'm gonna regret it. I didn't need anything else. As long as I had Nanami, nothing else mattered.
ダメ
Sad no?
兄弟で
You think
キ
it's
スな
wrong
ん
for
て
siblings to kiss?
不潔かな
I shook. I
そんなこと
I don't know.
に
Ah! No. Nami leapt into my arms. Kiss. Quivering with love. For some reason, for only just a moment, I felt incredibly sad. Warm drops found their ways down my cheeks. Forget about the truth. The truth's not worth it. As those tears flowed, I felt deep within my heart. This world Nanami was. I won't let anyone harm her. Okay. They actually sure it would stay safe. No matter what happened, I'd always protect it. Okay. Okay, I was expecting a hell of a lot worse, to be honest with you, and I was very scared. This is not the worst thing it could be. Still a bit awkward, but it could be worse. Well, that's just depressing of an ending. Knowing the truth is just forever gone. Choosing to permanently live in the delusion to escape the pain. And yeah, in some ways, I don't really think Takami's in the wrong. I mean, considering all the endings we've seen so far, maybe living in a delusion isn't the worst thing possible. But yeah, that's another ending that I had over here. There it is. My alarm is apparently going off on my iPad. My iPad's alarm is apparently silent for some reason. Anyways, let me look at the guide I've got. So the next ending we are going to be getting after Nanami is the Yua ending. Of course, we're not going to do it today. We're going to be doing it next episode. As I mentioned, episodes probably going to end up being shorter because of things. I just want to have it dedicated to the ending chapter. But yeah, that is sad, isn't it? Just having a... Well, can't let that get me fully down. We've got a hell of a lot more to get me depressed later, probably. So, we're not even done yet. Still got a couple more endings. Don't show it again, please. Let me live in the slightly weird, but at least more happy ending. Well, I say slightly weird, but don't show a different picture, I swear to God. Daydream. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed and hope to see you all later. Peace.